Alright, what is going on, you guys? Team Budgie here, and today we're bringing you guys first place locals. You want to say the deck and your name?
Yes, today I brought Lunalight, Time Thief, Danger, with a little bit of extra spice in there, and my name's Joy, by the way.
Alright, cool.
So let's.
You want to say anything before, or you're good with just starting?
Let's see. Kind of had some weird matchups today. Last round, Cyber Dragon. So it's basic, and what's the weird part about this deck is it can go first and second. Here, let me show a little bit of the extra of why I can go first and second. Little sneak peek for the extra deck.
The extra deck?
Yeah. So let's go to the main deck right now.
Alright, cool.
So because we like playing 39 cards and we like seeing our side deck and stuff too, you can play Upstart.
Somebody kind of mentioned to me about like the fear of like getting drilled after you Upstart. You're not scared of that?
No, I myself not really too scared of that one. The reason being is because you have some, and in Lunalight you can play what you call like floodgates in the extra deck, and you don't always have to start with this one. Sometimes you get tanky to add like a piece. Let's say if you have Kaleido Chick, you add Tiger. If you have Tiger, you add Kaleido Chick. Yeah. So it's usually not the end of the world. You could end on a floodgate or something of the sort. So that's why, to me, it's just kind of like another extender. If I see a late game, cool. But yeah, and the deck can easily do over 9,000 damage. So it's So you don't have to worry about that.
All right, cool.
Another one up with Zephyros. It's kind of necessary for the deck, so you can keep on recycling your Lunalight pendulums. Yeah, your Tiger, and just any pendulum card you might play. The Cypher Gamma package, the Gamma package. Just because, going second, you don't want to lose to other, let's say, Salamangreat players who, do Abyss Dweller, and that kind of just fucks you over. Or you could draw it as a 6 card and just have, and you could use it in tandem with.
Yeah, it's become like very popular too.
The Lunalight Serenade dance, kind of mandatory. You can just search it off of Yellow Martin, and this is one of the hard ones for turn graveyard effects. And you can special summon it from, and this lets you special from your. Another important thing is discard is not a cost, so if you get Ash, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, dope.
Lunalight Perfumes, essentially Monster Reborns, and as I showed you earlier, you could actually revive the fusion monsters if they somehow manage to out that. Yeah. And it's a really good searcher.
Discard.
You activate it makes all your danger live.
That's good.
Foolish Burial, not a lot to say with this one. You actually don't have a lot of good targets in this deck to use.
Just Zephyros, right?
Yeah, just Zephyros and the Emerald Bird to revive. Yeah, not a lot of targets, but it's still necessary. A necessary evil in there. Yeah. 3 Allure, because you want to dig into the deck a little more, and it's not the end of the world if you banish a Lunalight monster, because you could revive it off of Emerald Bird or retrieve it off of Emerald Bird. Yeah, that's
so good, huh?
Yeah.
Really, it won't be a neg.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm really fond of this package in the deck.
Let's see. Time Thief. Okay, cool. Little spice in there.
The Winders are really good because they special summon themselves. They're a free level 4 body. Yeah. So the way they special summon themselves is you detach a rank 4 material, and you special summon like that. And on summon, they actually search out any Time Thief cards, and you can search these.
Yeah, and this is practically a negate.
Yeah, it's a negate and a bounce if you have Redoer on the field.
Okay.
Which you should if you actually did.
You end on Redoer?
Yeah, you often end on Redoer.
That's cool.
3 Burial Goods. I know a lot of people play 2, but the 3 is I like 3 a lot because since you're playing Dangers, you could make them live really easily, or you could just send any, or you could even just send the Serenade. Just to me, it's a start.
Yeah, you want to see it. You always want to see it. It's almost like Strikers.
Yeah, exactly. The Danger package. I only use 5 because you usually just want to see the rank 4s. Mothman, good because you could draw. Worst case scenario, you draw a card and discard. Which activates Yellow Martin's graveyard effect, or even Emerald Bird, so it's not the end of the world if it gets discarded. And then the Bunny, just because it can special summon these 2.
Why aren't you running Snake though?
The Snake, you don't really need level 3 in this deck.
No?
Yeah, because since it's a rank 4 spam, all it does is give you an extra body. Because I'm also not playing the Curious in this deck, so it doesn't really do anything extra for me. Okay. And then Nessie, just because, with Foolish Burial Goods, the 3 that you run, and the Lunalight Perfumes, pretty much 6 ways to discard it, and you always search for one of these. Okay. So this is the best Danger in my opinion, because you never neg off of it. Okay. Good explanation. And then the standard Lunalight package, the 1 Emerald Bird. People are cutting this, but I honestly think it's too good to cut, especially since with Time Thief Redoer triggering her effects. Yeah. The Lunalight Yellow Martin, the Kaleido Chick, and the Lunalight Tiger. And for me, what I like to call the spice is the Lunalight Wolf.
You want to tell them why?
So the reason why is because that's basically how you summon the Lunalight Fusion. This one. You almost, in this version, or in the deck that I'm playing, you can't special summon this, but you can send this with Lunalight Collaborative Trick. And what this does is you banish the materials in your graveyard. So you banish this and any Lunalight, 2 Lunalights to make this. And this card is good for facilitating OTKs because it's a Regeki if you attack. It can't be targeted by your opponent. It can attack twice. It has 35 attack, and your opponent just can't destroy it. So against decks like Guru and Ultrageist, they can't out it. And even if they do, then you have other Lunalight cards to basically bring it back since you summoned it properly.
But how many times do you usually summon it? Mostly for OTK?
Usually just once before the OTK.
Yeah.
Like since the deck can play around Nibiru thanks to the Cyframe Gamma package and just everything else. And even if you get Nibiru, this deck can just build up again. It has really good recovery.
Oh, that's so good.
But yeah, I think and then another QT interaction that I really liked was sometimes you'll get your Lunalight Tiger scales popped and they'll go to the extra deck.
Yeah.
Since this is a scale 1 and this is a scale 5, you can actually pendulum summon the Tiger back.
Yeah. Cool. Either way, you can still pendulum summon your Lunalights.
Yeah, you could also pendulum summon. 4. Yeah, because you run a lot of level 4, so you could pendulum summon those as well.
That's good.
And then the standard 3 tanky.
3 tanky for searchers, nice.
Let's get into the extra deck. Actually, I like to call this a little bit of spice for myself as well. This is essentially a Trishula that can protect itself. So it actually came up because I played against Mystic Mindburn, and what this does is it can rip a card out of your hand. It can send 1 spell and trap and a monster on your opponent's side of the field. And that came up because I actually ripped the Mystic Mind out of his hand as well.
Oh, that's so good.
And the best part is none of the effects target, so it's good against a spiral board as well. So you can send the sleeper.
Wow. Spicy tech. So cool. Okay, nice.
Let's start with, as I said earlier, the reason I don't really care too much about Droll is because you can play Floodgates like Abyss Dweller, Baguska. And I played Baguska because of Mekk-Knight Invoke, and a lot of people are playing that right now.
Yeah.
So they usually can't get around this. They don't really play anything to get around it. And if they do, they can summon something like BLS Link, but at that point they're just wasting a lot of resources, and this deck can get around it easily. Like this guy, for example, he can out BLS Link really easily.
So good, nice.
And then the Time Thief package. So when people play the Counter Trap, the Time Thief Retrograde, they only play 1 because it's searchable. But the other interaction too is, let's say this guy gets sent to graveyard, you could always end on her, revive her, and her other effect to attach a Lunalight card or a Time Thief card to a Time Thief. You can attach the other Counter Trap onto him, so you have that free balance.
Oh, nice.
So it comes up sometimes. So and in a grind game, having 2 songs is pretty nice.
That's so good.
Tornado Dragon, mostly for the back row decks. This is a combo deck that actually gets around back row really well. To go with them, you also have Darumadal. You can summon them. You have 3 ways. You have Bunny. You can use a lot of the materials in the deck. And it's a free pop. Sometimes you even pop your own scales to get that extra summon. For push.
Okay, the level 4 up wolf. Nice.
Force Strix, basically to search the Zephyros.
Okay, good one.
And since it only uses it, and again, Time Thief Winder can actually just take the because it only uses 1 material for the search. So Time Thief Winder, you just take the other material and special summons itself. And the last one, Yageras. Sometimes he doesn't come up as often, but when you need that extra draw or you need something in graveyard, he'll draw it and then send it to grave. Sometimes you have these Zephyros and you need that extra push. Or I had it earlier today where I boosted up my own Portal Sword and attack the game.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah. 6,000 plus the gain if they have a special summon monster. That's really good.
Another way it gets around Floodgates, such as there can be only 1. Nobody's really playing it right now, but it comes up eventually. Phoenix and Lambda. One of the other reasons this deck can play so well against most other combo decks, and it gives you that extra negate later. So the interaction with this and this, if you want to play around Nibiru or something of the sort, because sometimes they will have it and they'll wait for you to activate Time Thief's effect in main phase Don't ever do. Just do the effect on end phase. Or at the very least, you could bait out their Nibiru because they'll have to. It's only on main phase. So what you can do is, if they don't have the Nibiru, you just wait. You wait on end phase anyway, just to be safe.
Yeah.
Banish it since it's not a cost. You also get your Lunalight effects from Titan Take the Doer, and then you would activate Lambda's effect to search for Gamma. And then if you want to play around Nibiru, you just wait till end phase, they Nibiru, you just activate that to dodge it, and you still have material, and you're still in main phase, so you have monsters to just out it. Monsters such as Lapillation, and even your Floodgate right here. So you don't have to worry too much about Nibiru.
Nice.
Another tech I like, and then the two fusions I showed earlier, you actually can't make it in this version. It's just a name that you send with Kaleido to make the Leo Dancer. And then Boral Sword, that's kind of mandatory in this deck. And for me, my personal spice as well is Unchained Abomination.
Tell us about this.
So what he does is he actually allows you to pop 3 times per turn. If you destroy a monster by battle, or if a monster gets destroyed by battle, you can crash your own monster if need to be. I actually had to do that at YCS, at Sedina.
Nice.
Another one is if any card is destroyed by a card effects, he can get popped there. And on the end phase as well, he just gets a free pop. So as long as he stays on field, you can just pop things for days. And it's not just your opponent's cards, it's yours as well. So again, if you need to pop your own scale for that extra monster, you can do so.
So good.
But he's pretty good against back row decks. He's also 3K and BP. And he's really generic too. You just need any link monster and any effect monsters. Yeah. Which is easy in this deck.
Did you summon him a lot this time or what?
Today just against the Mystic Mind deck.
And I used everything for that.
Yeah. And I popped his Metaverse, so that was so that pretty much got me the game.
Nice.
Droll because the Droll is basically for a Spiral, and I know sometimes people, or I know there's a Sky Striker deck that's running around right now, so it's a little bit for that as well. But overall, it's for that, and sometimes even the rogue matchups. Only 2 raw sphere modes. I'm
assuming for Spiral too.
Yeah, this was for Spiral as well. But the only reason I only did 2 of them was because this deck is also reliant on.
It's in normal.
Yeah,
I know.
Normal summons are pretty big for this deck as well, so that's kind of why you have it. But against this, you're not dying against Spiral. You have another turn. You're OTKing at the next one. Twin Twisters, you kind of just every side deck. You need them.
Standard.
Evenly matched because
breaks boards.
Yeah, you just break boards, and even though you can't TCM, you could build your own board, and usually it's unbreakable for everyone else. That's a pretty good card. Dark Blue No More. The reason I bumped these up to 3 as opposed to the raw sphere modes because if you see these, you can break a Spiral board. Really, you can break any board easily just with
as long as you have full combo.
Yeah, this and Lapillation, you could destroy any combo, and in the fact that with Lapillation you rip a card out of their hand, it's really good.
Nice.
And then for slow players, because we actually have one at this local, Gaga Cowboy.
Shout out to Benito.
Yeah. So sometimes you might actually need this for a tournament too, because there are slow players and it happens.
Yeah, burn for 800.
Yeah, sometimes you just need the burn for 800.
Shout out to Triff too.
The deck performed pretty well. I actually took a version of it from YCS Pasadena, and I did pretty well until the very last round, and that's where I got kicked out. Pretty much I got my final loss.
Yeah.
A budget deck, so it's mostly budget.
Mostly budget, mostly.
Yeah,
I'll talk about it correctly on that.
Yeah.
That's like they did not look budget. Yeah, and it's pretty top tier right now, right?
Yeah. And again, you have Floodgates in the extra deck. You have it's a toolbox deck too. Yeah. You have the Tornado Dragon. You could put anything you want as the rank 4. There's one I was actually thinking about using was the Attic Nister Xyz monster. It's a generic rank 4. It destroys and it doesn't target, and it offers protection from card effects.
Wow. So, just an idea for everybody.
Yeah, just another idea.
That's dope.
My favorite one was the Lunalight Wolf because you could Pendulum Summon. It summons your fusion monsters, and it just gives you that little bit of extra push. And it's not too much of an investment either. It's just 1 card. You can search it off of Lunalight Perfume, and yeah, it just facilitates OTKs and Pendulum Summons.
Alright, well, thank you for this deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. Always posting deck profiles and stuff like that. Leave a like for this guy, 1 Locos with Lunalight. Drop a comment, try his deck out, see if you guys like it. Keep it budget, and we'll see you guys next time.